Oh, Istanbul, where's Constantinople? Now it's Istanbul.
Which we have the response from the audience. So as long as we are here from the VC space, and then not many people out here, so we are happy to answer any questions you might have. So about myself, my name is Juliet. I'm a fund partner of New Tribe Capital. We are a Web3 fund who started in Dubai 3 years ago. So we are considered to be one of the most active VC from the Middle East. Interesting story because you might know 3 years ago, lots of people were very skeptical about the Middle East and if it's possible to build something up there. So we tried to change these misconceptions and here we are. So we do a lot of work for the regulators up there. So we try to bring the real mass adoption for the technology within the traditional businesses in the UAE. And so basically do lots of stuff for the ecosystem building up there. So I'm happy to elaborate on that if you have any questions as well.
Hey guys, my name is Igor Stadik. I'm CEO of Incore. Incore is doing some stuff in blockchain for 10 years. We raised around, built some products. There's a lot of stuff which was done. I'm more from intelligence part, from research part, from what is happening right now in the market. And okay, sorry, did you hear something?
Yes,
okay.
Can you elaborate a bit? Like, we raised those amount of money, we built those amount of projects.
We built approximately 10, maybe 12 big projects. So we was doing mining stuff in Bitcoin 2014. Really bootstrapping, just bought machines. Then in 2017 we built a mining pool in Ethereum. Bought machines, was mining a lot of Ethereum. Once again bootstrapping. On top of this, we built a lot of MEV relays when it was popular through some Flashbot style stuff. Did a lot of stuff for Flashbot, fundraised for that project approximately 500K. It was private relay with some trading stuff. Switched a little bit to trading, was doing few trading programs because with mining you have coins on the spot daily and every day you decide to do a dump or not. So we discovered strategies, hedging, options, greed strategies. Somewhere in 2018, created small funds for miners, raised 12,000 Ethereum on the exchange rate, approximately like $40, $80 per Ethereum. It was kind of like the lowest point 2018. Then we started doing some stuff for that days. It was called Ambrosus. Right now it's called AirDAO. Raised approximately 1.2 million initially, then 2.5. This year we raised for AirDAO 8.5. Against tokens, no equity play. Previous year we built Pembroke Finance. Two years ago we built Pembroke Finance, leverage yield farming protocol in Europe. Bootstrapped, raised some grants. New promised us a lot, raised some. Fundraised 1.8 with Near, it just didn't work well. This year we have some grants regarding to AI stuff, so we try to marry AI with blockchain. Literally, AI exists, agents exist, there's a sequence which you can do with AI, and when you are talking about payment, you won't trust your card or your bank account to AI. But blockchain is a perfect fit here because you can literally create a wallet in any chain in few seconds and provide to AI wherever you want, like private key, public key. Nobody cares, you just put $100 there. So we are doing like this payment solution for AI. We bootstrapped a lot, then we had grants from few guys close to YC. It's like 10 years journey, we have like 60 plus people in company, so I can speak about it for a long time. It's better just if you will focus me on something you're interested in, like.
Okay, we will. Thank you, David.
Yeah, that was a very thorough introduction by you. Hi everyone, I'm David Schingert. I'm a general partner at a VC fund called Unicorn Factory Ventures. We are a thesis-driven and research-driven fund that if you look at different strategies of the fund, you can either have a pay and spray strategy or being quite selective. I would say that we're being quite selective by doing a very deep research in everything that we touch. My background is I was educated in UK, and my first job was in the bank. So I transitioned from being a good boy going to an office 9 a.m. in London till 6 a.m. and being a full-on degen by 2017. I started my career in 2017 and been here full time. Went through ICO period of my life, and that was a second bull run that I experienced, and basically been professionally involved within different capacities in the space since 2017. Our fund is 10 plus million. We concentrate on infrastructure, middleware, consumer-facing applications. We started from 2 years ago from looking at infrastructure projects, and now shifted our strategy more towards consumer-facing apps, because how much infrastructure do you really need to build? And now we really want to onboard as much people as possible. What I say to the founders that I'm constantly speaking with on a daily basis. So we, as a team, we process around 60 projects per week. 6 people in my research team, and I'm head of research as well. And what I say to my founders is, we're all speaking in this industry, let's onboard 1 billion of new people. I'll say, guys, could you possibly at least onboard the 1,000 of new people? It would be quite a good start. Let's focus on the questions. I'm happy I'm here for you. It's not any of us today. Let's concentrate on maybe even bringing you up, answering some of your concerns and questions towards the VC crowd here.
Great. Yeah, and before we proceed, guys, let's meet you a little bit. So, a few questions to the audience. Who is VC in the space? Raise your hands. No VCs. Who is builder? Who builds startup? Okay, so we have startups. Who is raising money right now? Okay, great, good to know. And who is a representative of infrastructure? CK, okay. Good. So, dear speakers, you know who we're talking to. I will be the first who will ask questions. Okay. You feel the bull market vibes or not? And what kind of startups do you invest right now?
So I believe David already said something about the strategy in general. So I can elaborate a bit about what's happening within the VC space right now. So for VCs, it's not about the bull market. So what happens right now? So as far as I know, even from our side, lots of VCs started to do secondary market, because we all understand if the market goes up in general, so we can hedge the risk by placing some capital, allocating some capital in the secondary market. So everyone is waiting, most of the people are waiting to find the right time to exit the secondary market and to keep deploying in the primary market. So that's basically the problem why it's so hard for a lot of startups to get fundraising at these moments. So, however, we are still active, and we still also going through lots of projects on a daily basis, and we keep investing into 1 up to 3 projects per month. That's the strategy, and because we try to diversify in general. So we have around 20% of the capital allocated into the secondary market, but 80% to the primary market, because we all understand if the bull market comes, the proper bull market, there will be such a big demand, because you could imagine most of the VCs they would close their position on the secondary market and then come back to the business they used to do before. So in terms of the strategy, of course, we do infrastructure, and there is it could be the gaming infrastructure as well, and that's the also very important topic. Lots of people think that yeah. But anyways, we're here to discuss infrastructure. Infrastructure-wise, there are actually two sides of the stories. One is, of course, like as David mentioned, the retail. And of course, whatever you build, the most important is how you are going to onboard the users into the space that what are you building. We have the same approach to the ZK space as well. So we do support all the leaders in the ZK space right now. We are the only one VC to support the Limi ecosystem, for example. We have put lots of projects to their ecosystem. We do support Sprawl. We do support ZK, VM, and Polyglot, because basically these people, they can leverage the infrastructure around them, like Limi and MetaMask, which is integrated. So the users out there, yeah. In this case, ZK makes perfect sense. So this is for the retail part, and then we do not need to forget the institutional part. Like I'm from the Middle East, I lived there over 3 years, and 68% of transactions in the Middle East right now are getting facilitated by institutional players. So if we are talking about the match liquidity inflow into the market, of course it would speed up by the institutional transactions. So that's something we need to focus. So we need to build up to make the bridge, to build the bridge between Web2 and Web3 space to make it happen. Nobody from Web2 space will do anything because they've got enough users. 1.2 billion users against like a few 100 million users with Web3. So yeah, we're still really small, and to make it bigger, we need to build the proper toolings, or even, as I call it, like blockchain-based SaaS solutions to get into the Web2 users and to provide them to the proper UI, UX, and the proper operational landscape.
What was the question? Because
Strategy. What is the bull market and the strategy?
okay, bull market, yeah, in forms of Ethereum, Bitcoin, there's definitely bull market. So every bull market is different. I have an idea, like with empires, when something starts. I was born in the Soviet Union. I remember the age of online advertisement. When initially nothing happens, everybody can buy banner servers. The profit was huge. Everybody was webmasters. Then big corporation kind of concentrated all this stuff, and right now it's not possible to you to compete with Google, Facebook, etc. Same happened in crypto space. So formerly there was like any random no name can create wherever he wants. In 2015, you just need to have wallet and full node on Bitcoin talks, and then people are just doing YOLO. 2017 ICO, and this is one of the definitely bull market, but it's pretty concentrated in developed countries around big players, so it's more focused on Ethereum, Bitcoin, Binance, Polygon, Base, Lania, like you all know big guys, like everything, like if consensus will do wherever, if they will sell ice cream on blockchain, it will work. Basically, this is the consensus on limited resources. If Coinbase will do the same, it will work. Formerly, it was working with Alameda. You all know these guys, like FTX, everything they touched was golden immediately. Regarding the narrative, so it depends from who you try to fundraise. So there is a classical VC, which wants like really early rounds. There is a foundation. Foundation still exists. It just depends. Like if you work with Finance Accelerator, it's fine. If you work with no-name blockchain accelerator, it will be much more harder for you. There is few words which just like you need to. If you're doing something regarding to blockchain layer one, it's better to be EVMs, because otherwise it's completely hard to prove to somebody why people will deploy on something. AI works usually like every stuff, you just put AI in your name and you have one zero at the end of your relation. Relation become less and less, so right now if you're doing something in crypto and it's not the layer one with some like really good idea, your relation will be like 2, 3, 5. And regarding to merger and acquisition, so what big guys are looking right now, I know that you may love or may hate Tron, but Tron exists. And 95 transactions in all the chain is Tron. Like, people use Tron, and everything except Tron is just Tron. Because real people just send USDT on Tron. Other is just like pretty, very niche. No one holds Bitcoin. Like they have 21 millions of total Bitcoin address. What was the amount of transaction last year in Bitcoin? It's just in MySQL of Binance. So it's kind of there. With Tron, you just look what people are doing. They doing sending money. They looking for wallets. Wallets will be always playing. Binance announced that Binance is doing wallet. OKX did wallet. It will be heavily centralized. It will be heavily for users. What users are doing, and it's already there because blockchain is transparent. Yeah, ZK makes you able to do privacy. Regarding to what everybody is looking, if you will show any reasonable business model, you're gone. So you're showing, here's my wallet, user will use my wallet because this, and this, they will pay this for me. It could be analytics, it could be intelligent stats, whatever.
Yeah, thank you. We have it.
I have my own. First of all, I'll comment on what the guys just said and Igor just mentioned. This actually makes me sad. It's everything what we were fighting for. It feels like we failed. To be honest.
Justin Sun will say this.
Yeah, Justin Sun will say opposite for sure. I agree. The guy's happy. CZ is probably happy as well, but hopefully this is not what we're fighting for as the new technological adopters. Getting back to initial questions about the bull run strategy, I'll be quite short. My strategy looks that way. So I raised my fund, the capital for my fund during the bull run, and now deploying during this unstable times. Because this is where you get the best discounts on the valuations. That's where you get the best deals. And you capitalize and you yield your props during the next bull run, you just sell wherever you invested right now. Right now, or a year ago, 2 years ago, wherever the down part of the market is. So you deploy right now, and then hopefully during the next bull run, I'll be raising a fund that's going to be 5 times bigger. That's actually my plan. LP is going to be YOLOing again, and FOMOing again, and I'll try to capitalize on that. I believe there's only a certain portion of investors that think like that, but if you're a founder and a builder, you'll be raising during the bull market. That's the best time. And also there's going to be a tourists in the industry, certain angels that we look at.
And so let's make things shorter. Your main idea is build during bear market and raise during bull market.
Absolutely. But for the fund, which is opposite for the builders, it's absolutely a strategy.
It's like don't do much of the downtrend. What I can tell you.
I'll say for the builders, just keep building, keep deploying wherever it is. If you build a very relative product, the one that really has a usage, wherever market it is, what I say, like, I have founders that know me. I've been in the industry for a while. There's so many people. I go around all conferences in the world and I meet a lot of people, and then they come up to me saying, right, David, is it the right time to raise, or what's the current VC situation and the narrative right now? What's the trend? What's the market? And I say, guys, listen, champions are raising, were raising, are raising, and will be raising. The best people with the best ideas, and the best network, and the best business development, and the best development teams, they will be still closing rounds.
So how to be the best? We still have 5 minutes left. So
5 minutes?
Yes. Please prepare your questions, and you have unique chance to speak with builders and real investors who still deploy capital during bear market. Who want to be the first? Yes.
Some of the challenges that you all have mentioned that have been facing this really feel like they focus on how centralization tends to wipe out a lot of opportunities. Do you see certain things that are trending towards where decentralization is strongest right now that can really help make this marketplace a lot stronger?
rephrase your question if I take it right. Market has so many challenges, right? And your main question is what makes your offer to the market stronger?
Yeah.
Decentralized, like more decentralized.
What brings decentralization to the market that stops Google from just wiping out all competition?
So what I've noticed that unfortunately lots of things that bring users to the space are centralized, right? So like, I mean, most of the people, especially in newcomers, as David mentioned, like and guys mentioned, they unfortunately they mostly trade on Binance. Even like perpetual trading, like how many people are trading on decentralized like exchanges? So it's all like, especially of course professional people are. So that's the question. And the way to make it decentralized is basically like that's why like it's a perfect question because actually not that many people think about ZK space as the way to bring the real mass adoption and to provide the whole decentralized layer for the customers. That's what basically I believe Vitalik is building. So we have the basic layer as Ethereum, and then we have ZK layer where you can place all the complicated technology on there. And then you can provide the certain cases, like for me, like for example, ZK identity, ZK KYC is something that you can use because that's the challenge. Lots of people, they don't want to pass KYC. So here you go. And there are multiple use cases that could be placed on the layer 3 on the customer layer with the help of ZK technology. No, and there is other like Ethereum scaling solution that I believe like could take a good place within the industry in the future.
Yeah, I agree totally. In terms of ZK and consumer-facing tech, I would also pinpoint social graphs. For me, that's going to be a big change as well. I would love to use something rather than Facebook, Instagram, where we use X. Doesn't make sense for me anymore. But however, if you use Lens or Farcaster or any other stuff, still looks a bit fresh. So it's going to take a little bit of maturity to go in a few years. But yeah, ZK and ZKPs and in general, this technology is actually here to give us an opportunity to stay within the decentralized and also distributed world, which is have a slightly different meaning.
Yeah.
Okay, let's keep space for one more question. Who wants to be the second? Guys, do you have one more question for our VCs and leaders?
My question is how should our team like differentiate with other like ZK Roll players, because we're basically also building a ZK Roll and there are like a bunch of ZK Rolls out there building. So what do you guys think the future is? Like maybe you guys talked about the application, like the users getting on board. Like what do you guys like dream of the future of ZK Rolls?
Applications and user getting board. Like think about users. Every time you can make your speech, all ZK rollup is the same, but we are thinking about users is rollup viewing. Make your play for users. Mentioned Vitalik a few times. Vitalik mentioned us that you need to build product for people where you can leverage their effort like 10 times. Anytime you're able to mention Vitalik, this is differentiate your product. Build product for people who will be using your product, will do 10 times more. Skip in United States, Europe, a lot of China market, but focusing on Middle East, focusing on Africa, focusing on Colombia. If you will have few team on site, you can do decentralized identity. If you remember like WorldCoin Kenya stuff, good stuff. It's just like differentiates through users, differentiates you through opinion leaders, differentiates through localization.
What takeaway from the
Just, a very short one. He's absolutely right, by the way, but I would look even one step before that. Make people develop on your rollup easier, make implementations easier on your onboarding materials, make your dev reels being very smart, and just pave that process for people actually building on you. Because I've spoke to many ZK teams right now. Nobody knows how to onboard new developers. The people from Web2 will not come because you guys do not create a ecosystem for them to be onboarded. So start from them and then onboard new users as well. The lady just.
I just want to summarize things up. I got very good comparison. Like, let's say AI technology. There are like AI scientists, which is a very small group of people. They build technology itself. And there are multiple AI use cases. So people who's got money are those people who are building different use cases and who got other people to use their AI use cases, right? So just do something like that.
Yeah, and the last question, guys, how to be connect with you? Sorry, like we are out of time. What are the best way to find you, send a blurb, or start to work with you?
Any socials? Like, I believe we are all available, like, Twitter, Telegram, WeChat, WhatsApp, Signal, whatever.
Yeah, I think you will have nice tweet from Kishan, which will literally tag everybody from us on Twitter. Usually we reply to Twitter. Any way you can find us, just contact conference, online, offline, wherever you like.
Yeah, I'll be here for another panel, so you have another hour to actually connect with me and get my Telegram. Unfortunately for me, the Telegram is the best gateway because that's differentiates the people that I don't know, and as any other VC, I would love a more warmer introduction, so please just come and speak to me if you would like to.
Great.